Okay, we are officially live. Thank you everybody for showing up. We will get started in just a few moments. Let's just wait for people to start showing up. Where are you at right now anyway, Sean? Looks like a
Uh,
pretty fun a pretty fun spot.
yeah, I'm at Korea right now, so there's a bit conference today, so
Oh, nice.
attending
Are
it.
you gonna are you gonna be there for KBW as well in a few weeks?
Yeah. So, yeah, are you coming too?
Yeah, I'll be there. Definitely. Hopefully we run into each other. We'll have to make time.
Yeah. So actually, we have one like super hot K-pop um like we will have a club and invite like one of the hottest K-pop group to the club. So
Oh,
yeah.
nice. Yeah, we have
Hope you can join.
I hope so. We're doing an opening party. So if anybody that's listening right now is going to um, KBW, yeah, we're doing that opening party, and we'll also have some cool K-pop celebrity singers. So we're doing like a mini concert. We'll have like three singers. We just announced two of them. Third one we'll be announcing in a few days. So that's pretty exciting.
Mm, yeah, that's super cool.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I went last year, and KBW was a blast. I loved being in Korea. I can't wait to go back.
Yeah. Oh, we also have one event in Singapore as well.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
yeah, so we're partnering up with Kraken and at Marquee, Singapore Marquee. So last year when we hosted the event with Chain and OKX, um, like there was like a 10K people lining queue outside Marquee, and I saw that people sharing that on Twitter a lot. Yeah.
Yes, that's really cool. Okay, we should probably get started. Looks like people are starting to trickle in. Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's AMA. I'm Jules with Sahara Labs and Sahara AI. So, for decades, access to advanced trading tools and algorithms have been pretty limited to, high frequency traders, hedge funds, institutions, anybody with these like massive resources. And the average trader, honestly, didn't have much to rely on other than gut instinct, maybe a handful of charts and whatever news you could pretty much parse from the open media that everyone else has access to, right? Now we're starting to see with the advent of AI that imbalance is sort of shifting, and today's AI systems, they're being used by everyday people to analyze blockchain transactions, stock order books, fundraise flows, even global sentiment. And a lot of this is being done in real time as well. And these are basically all capabilities that used to be locked behind these, expensive closed doors that only like trading desks and high frequency traders could actually use. And it's bringing all of that into the accessibility of everyday people. And this democratization of this market intelligence is starting to also raise some new questions, right? If everybody has access to these AI powered insights, how exactly does the competitive landscape evolve? Are we headed into this new race to the top? Where does the edge actually come from now that everybody has access to AI? These are some of the questions we hope to answer today with Sean, our amazing speaker. So, Sean, I am joined today by you. You are the co-founder of Edgen AI. Edgen is building an AI market analyst that bridges crypto and stocks, and it's designed to cut through the noise and surface real cross asset intelligence. Sean, thank you so much for being here today. I'd love for you to share Edgen's mission, give us a better maybe understanding of what you guys are doing better than I can do in one sentence.
Yeah. So, hi everyone. I'm Sean. I'm co-founder of Edgen. So, Edgen's mission is we want to build a market operating system. Because in this cycle, especially in this cycle, we see that there are no barriers between like traditional traders and blockchain traders, right? We see all these DAT companies emerging, ETFs, like Wall Street money flooding into crypto. So we think that in this cycle, the barrier between stock and crypto is kind of diminishing, right? So diminishing. So Um, what we want to build is a market operating system for everyone to use. So um, for stock traders and for crypto traders, Edgen will know you and will know what you're trading at, and it will be your personalized assistant. So you don't need like to open Goldman Sachs or like Morgan Stanley to get their like super detailed insight. But Edgen will be your 24/7 personal assistant. Uh, will give your advice based on your portfolio and will give you market insight immediately. And in the future, we want to trade everything on chain on Edgen as well. So that's Edgen's mission.
Awesome. Yeah, you guys are doing great work over there. I'd love to set the baseline, right? For those who maybe aren't as aware with where trading used to be and where it's at now, what the trading used to look like for, let's say, your average investor before AI, when institutional players had all of the best algorithms, they dominated the field. What were things like before, and how are they like now?
Yeah. So things before AI is something that like AI is definitely a game changer for this, right? So before AI, like for these institutions, they need so many researchers based on different segments and different categories, and even for crypto as well, right? There are just so many information you need to be aware of, or you need to learn to understand the sector, because we know that. The edge for information is how you can earn money, right? So that's why we call it edging. So, but in AI, like this, like AI help people. So like finally, retailers have a chance to get institutional level of information thanks to AI, and Edgen is shaping that. And we are giving like retail. So in our October version, when we have this personalized version, you can integrate your watch list, you can integrate your MetaMask, Robinhood, Coinbase account to Edgen, and we'll know you and we'll give you real time information and insight and recommendation analysis based on your portfolio. So this is something we want to do. We want to just make sure that people will have access to institutional level information.
Yeah, that's amazing. I didn't realize that's where you got your name from. That's really cool. I like that
Yeah,
connection right there. That's a great story. I'm
yeah,
wondering,
but
so
I think Edgen is also um, Edgen also makes sense because like since I'm in Korea right now, right?
yeah.
Korea, there's a meme called like Edgen Nam. It means that um, an Edgen girl, Edgen boy, something like that, right? So that's a
Uh-huh.
really popular meme in Korea, to my understanding. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's cool. Uh, how auspicious. I am curious though with bringing these tools to more people right now. Every day, people have access to this, like you said, institutional grade, like AI insights. You have your own quant, your own analysis in your pocket that you can rely on. If everyone has access to these AI powered insights now, does this actually level the playing field for everybody, or are we creating some new kind of race, to the top where the real edge not doesn't really become like who has and doesn't have AI, but it's more everyone has access to AI, so it's all about how you use it and who's using it the best.
Yeah, definitely. I think at the end of the day is who use AI the best. So that's something we want to provide to users, right? Like in the past, if you want to learn something about stocks or investment or tradings or ETFs, you need to go through like you need to check out Bloomberg or you need to check out like Seeking Alpha or like Fools.com. It's just so many information you need to absorb, right? So um, but through Edge and AI, like we help you to do all the job, and you don't need to spend so much time. So and so you will have more time to learn more sectors or like even like enhance your trading levels as quant, or you can write. your own like quant code in the future. So this is something we wanted to do. So I think like AI makes everyone's learning curve um, much more possible, right? Like people can have a better learning curve than before AI. So definitely, like in the future, I think that everyone will have so everyone's trading skill will increase, right? And the bet so for like traders, their trading level will increase too. It's just how we can catch these institution guys. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I'm wondering, are you starting to see traders start to build out these like AI strategy portfolios? So like collections of prompts, workflows, model settings, anything like that, that now that's kind of what they're trying to guard as like their secrets. This is what separates me from you as like an AI powered trader.
Uh, so so right now, like Edgen currently doesn't support writing codes or strategies on Edgen, but we are testing that internally. um we also look all the so there are a lot of strategies on GitHub and all these open source platform, right? um like Hugging Face and stuff,
Hmm.
right? So we actually tried all of that, and um so most of them are are okay in a period of time. Like the back test works in a period of time, but it doesn't work like for lifetime, right? So
Yeah.
uh, I think that like quant trading and also like code trading is still pretty hard. The barrier is still high, and there's no one quant trading or code trading that can guarantee you to have 100% win rate or to guarantee you to win money. So I think the quant firm will definitely still exist because this is super hard. It relies a lot of mathematical work, and and they need to adjust. They need to adjust the model like from time to time to make sure it works for a lifetime. So this is something we're testing it, but we're not sure if we want to provide this to users because like this can make you earn in a period of time, but like probably like in next period you will lose money on it. So
Yeah.
we're still pretty cautious on that right now. Yeah.
Now that makes sense. I'm curious, you mentioned all of the data that you have to sift through, and it definitely. I've been in crypto for a while now, since 2015, as like on a personal level. Um, and you're right, like it just as the years go by, there's just so much more. Every day, I feel like there's something crazy new going on, and I can't even keep up with like how many tokens. I'm like, oh, I should have bought that. What? I haven't even heard of it, and it's like already gone. You guys are not only just doing crypto, but you're doing stocks as well. That's so much information. One, I guess I have two questions. Sorry, I have ADHD, so the questions they come out when they come out. So I have two questions that makes me think of, right? One is with all of that data, how do you prevent people from being one overwhelmed by all of the noise? But then two, crypto alone is like a lot of information for people to like go through. What Edgen is doing is not just giving you insights into crypto, but stocks as well. Is there like a correlation that you guys are seeing, a high correlation between like stock and crypto prices? Is there a reason why you're putting both of those on one platform? Is it just because you want to cover all of trading? Like what is the connection between that?
Yeah, something to why we are doing this because we found a very interesting correlation between stocks and crypto. So if you are trading crypto, you're very likely to trade AI related stocks, nuclear or EV or like quantum computing or like rocket related stocks, right? Or like blockchain stocks too, right? And DAT stocks. So we found a super high correlation between these because Edgen is from EVG and EVG itself, we have another like a institution platform called Aspen, right? So we found a lot of correlation through this platform, and so that's why we think that, oh, so in this cycle, if you bought all these sectors, you're very likely to buy crypto too. Yeah, and uh, so that's why we decide to put everything together. And I think, and the other thing is that. Um, we think that in this cycle, we care about mass adoption, and in this cycle, I think most of the retails who invest, so most of the retails when they come to crypto, they usually buy, um, like they invest in DAT stocks, like Korea itself. I know that they have 600 million inflow USD inflow to BitMine, right? The Tom Lee Bitmine, right? So that's crazy, right? Because Bitmine's like market cap is like 6 billion, and Korean like it's 10% of it. So we see a super strong demand for Web2 retails, to Web3, but through these DAT from stocks, from these new tools that we never seen in last cycle. And so that's why we put all these together.
Yeah, it's fascinating you say that. I was just thinking about how DAT is so massive in Korea specifically. It's kind of
Yeah, it's
crazy.
crazy, crazy. It's really crazy. And to my acknowledge, like Bitmine is one of, I think it's top three inflow, in among all, so all in Korea, right? So Koreans, they're really fascinating about these DAT stocks, and they generate such a high inflow to DAT stocks. Yeah,
Is it crypto specifically, or is it like AI, a combination of both, or you're just seeing a little bit of everything?
everything.
Oh,
So
wow.
Bitmine is top three among everything.
Yeah.
So that's crazy. That's really crazy. Yeah. So the demand, so actually the mass adoption for crypto drives from here. Right. So that's why, and also on Edgen, so actually like so we have payments right now, right? And uh 90% of our users are actually using Stripe to pay our
Oh,
like
wow.
membership fee. So that's something that pretty surprised me too, because we support both crypto and Stripe, and 90% of users are using Stripe. It means that yeah, like Web2 user, like they're looking for a solution to check out like stocks, to do AI analysis for stocks and crypto at the same time. So
Hmm.
that's something I think is really interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, that is really fascinating. I've worked in Web3 for a while too, and it's always crazy to see how many people still prefer to make payments and through Stripe or other like payment processing platforms rather than crypto, either because you're bringing in a lot more Web2 people that aren't really comfortable holding their own tokens yet, or you get the opposite end where it's Web3 people who just don't want to they don't want to spend their tokens for payments. They're just like, no, I want to hold
Yeah.
as much as possible. Yeah, the market dynamics are kind of wild in this space.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
I'm wondering with, stocks and crypto, it sounds like there's a lot of noise that can be happening when you're trying to do any kind of analysis for whatever kind of trading you're looking to do. How does Edgen deal with cutting out all of that extra noise?
Um, we tried, so this is a really complex question, to be honest, but we tried to make it much more simplified. So um if the token, so stocks is much more easier, right? Because we have more data to support. There are a lot of like Wall Street analysts giving forecasts for the stocks, and also combined with technical analysis, fundamental analysis, it will have like we have this forecast section, right? So it will give us an easier way to forecast the price for this stocks in next year or in next 5 years. So stocks is easier, but crypto is really hard because there's no fundamental analysis for crypto, only technical analysis, and the prediction is pretty wild for crypto as well. Like some predict BTC will go to like 40 million, and some predict BTC will go to like 150 million. It's crazy, right? And some predict BTC will go to 150K. So the
Yeah.
range is really wild for crypto. So I will say crypto is harder. Um, so and we need to focus more on the on-chain side, the smart money as well. Um, for all these small tokens like meme coins and something like we basically break down into a lot of sectors using our multi-agent um, system. So, like BTC, Ethereum, we have multi-agents like ETF inflow, outflow, and we have agents, and we have technical analysis agent, we have DAT agents. So we'll have a better prediction for these, help us to have a better picture of how to predict these like large tokens price prediction. But for small ones, we will have like on-chain smart money agent, and probably like tracking their liquidity pool and tracking like the top holders holding changes, right? So we'll have agents like that, and to make sure that we will probably have, I cannot say price prediction, but a better understanding of how the price will go for these small tokens. So it's based on different multi-agent, and we like based on different tokens, we will give different kinds of multi-agent to make sure that we have a better price prediction.
Interesting. I'm curious, especially since you're doing all of this, um, dealing with like multiple agents at one time all interacting with each other. How do you approach that like reliability within your the different like agents and models that you're using? What that you're capable of speaking of. Obviously, you don't give me all the like inside details for how your models work, but
Mhm.
uh, it, how does that like model validation work with you guys? What are you doing to ensure trust and reliability in the models you're using, the agents that you've built?
Yeah. So um for the model validation, right? So I think the first thing is that we need to make sure the data is accurate. So the data is the most important thing. And the second is that how we can categorize all these data, and because like data is a mess, it's chaos, right? So um, we do have researchers from Wall Street in our team, to make sure that all these data are very categorized and compiled. So, and the third is that putting all these data into multi-agents, and the fourth will be validating if these data make sense, or like, because we have our own private model as well, right? So um, the fourth will be like validating all these data, and to see if these data is actually accurate. Because sometimes like we know that models, if there's no accurate data, it will have illusions, right? So we so making sure that the data is accurate is probably the number one thing, and compile is the second thing. Yeah.
I love that. It's definitely something that we work with a lot of people on. So cannot stress the need for accurate, high quality data enough. That's kind of why I'm excited to speak to the next thing I want to talk about, which is our data services platform and the task that we have going on with you guys at Edgen, where essentially um, we have people going in and essentially using your tool to do a few things and then sharing their prompts. And essentially, the way this works is through essentially what we kind of just discussed, right? Is model. It's a type of model validation. It might look like, oh, hey, I'm just like using, Edgen's tools and then essentially getting paid for it through our data services platform. But in reality, on the back end, what you're doing is validating that, hey, this model is working the way it's supposed to. I'm interacting with it the way I want to, and I agree with the things that it's like sending out to me. And I love that we're able to do that.
Yeah, and I think this is probably the first cooperation. between the Sahara and Edgen, because I can see that we have so many things we need to validate in the future. So right now, like because this is the first time, so all of the questions are really easy, right? Like as Edgen develops and we have new features, probably next time when like the task you see on the DSP platform will be, oh, like um, it will be theme based, or we'll put something like quant related inside. Um,
Hmm.
we want to do like pretty in-depth validations in the future, and to make sure that all the data and all the information by our private model is provided accurately to users, because I think that's something we can discuss the whole AMA, and that's the most important thing. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love it. I'm wondering with how new some of this is, have you learned anything surprising from how users are already interacting with Edgen that's maybe different than what you expected?
I think something makes me feel very exciting is that uh like we have 10 questions on DSP platforms right now, and usually average user will ask like 3 to 4 follow-up questions after that question. So it means that like because we are also testing like will user ask more in-depth question, follow-up question um, for the first question, right? So user will ask 3 to 4 follow-up question, um, and it pretty surprised us. It means that there's a huge demand for user to understand more for these informations. So um, that so I think that helps a lot on building our AI results in the future as well. So maybe we can give like better recommendation based on how user behaves. So this is really interesting, and it helps us on the product side as well.
Yeah, I love that. And you answered I think a common misconception that I've seen, which is, how can just testing one prompt actually do work for model validation, especially when the prompts are already predetermined, right? And you kind of just answer the question, which is like, it's not just about the single prompt and how, the AI is answering that question. It's what's the user behavior after? Like, what follow-up questions are they asking that we didn't ask them to ask them to question? And I find the whole like model validation process like really, really interesting, and I think it's something that doesn't get talked about enough for like a general audience. So yeah, thank you for some of those insights.
Yeah.
I do
So
want to make
yeah,
sure. Yeah,
please.
I know we're closing in on time, so I want to make sure if you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments, and we will get to as many as we can. I know we're running a little short on time. I do have a few questions if you're ready for them, Sean.
Sure.
Okay, let me see. Going through some of these. Um, what's one of the most interesting insights you've seen Edgen create?
Uh, I think the most interesting thing Agent created is we help use. So if you go on Agent, right, you can find that every category is compiled by themes, and um, the reason why we want to compile so the reason why we compile by themes is because the Wall Street researcher thinks that um, that's something work in Web 2, right, in traditional finance. So we compile all these for crypto and also for stocks. So user you can come so for you you can come to Edgen and see that, oh, I want to invest in like DAT or ETF related crypto, and we will give you answers directly. Because for most of the time, if you give a chat box to user and tell them what to ask, most of the time user don't know like what to ask about, right? So giving user compiled preset themes, right, I think is really important. We're not guiding you to answers to ask something um, like set up by us, but should drive by accurate themes that you can just look inside or say that, oh, DAT, there are so many money flooding in DAT to buy Bitcoin today. There are so many inflows money flooding into Ethereum to buy Ethereum today. There's 95% that Solana, Litecoin, XRP will pass ETF before October 3rd, right? So this is some accurate information we want to provide to users. I think that's really important. So that's something, that's the value that Edgen generated right now. But some value we haven't generated is we haven't generated personalized value. So and just like what I told Jules early in this AMA, like in the future you can connect your account, your MetaMask or your Robinhood, your Coinbase, and we will give you personalized AI analysis and service. For example, if we found out that, oh, you're only buying meme coins, and we will probably recommend you to buy other large tokens like BTC, ETH, Solana to increase your Sharpe ratio. So this is something that Edgen wants to provide in the long term to give you information advantage and to give you analysis advantage.
Cool. And then I have another question here. How do you personally see traders best integrating AI in the future through full automation or as a co-pilot?
Um, I think depends on the trader himself, right? So if the trader can adjust um, their quant model on time, then AI can definitely help on that, right? But if the trader is not so good at math, I think AI can help more on the information side and to help to create like the first quant trading code. Yeah.
Very well said. We have time for one more question. I'm going through. We have somebody on X asking if they can use Edgen for retail trading today.
Not right now, but we will onboard all the on-chain execution in Q4. So because
Okay.
Edgen is still in beta, right? So right now you can see that Edgen is developing, is upgrading every 2 weeks. So every 2 weeks we will have something new, something huge, launching. So give us some time, right? But like eventually what Edgen wants to do is a mass adoption AI product. And this product can even be super useful in Web2. And that's how we can make sure that this platform can survive, like even in bear market, and we have mass adoption users, we have a clear monetization model. So I think this is really important for crypto project. Yeah, and we want to be the one that breaks Web2 and Web3 barriers.
Yeah, I love it. Thank you. That is all the time we have. So I want to say, Sean, thank you for sharing all of your amazing insights. It's been fascinating looking at how AI is reshaping both crypto and traditional markets. For everyone that's just tuning in or has tuned in the entire time, thank you for being part of this journey. Make sure that you go and test out Edgen AI through the Sahara Data Services platform. Remember, by generating outputs and sharing your feedback, you'll help refine Edgen's models and earn some of Edgen's tokens as well as Sahara tokens for your contributions. Sean, is there anything else you'd like to shout out?
No, thank you for the AMA, and I like thank you for every users who participate this AMA too.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Okay, cheers, bye.
Bye.